guards.
They don't look very friendly. Much better than the last two.
We're never going to get out of this place.
Look, Celia, it's just a matter of time. Robert will find out where we are, and then he'll find a way to get us out of here.
You said he can't. Because of the diplomatic thing.
He's ignored bigger obstacles. We just have to be patient and wait.
I am not patient, Holly, and you hate waiting. Where does that leave us?
With no choice, Celia.
That's it.
Probably a slur on our heritage. Listen, gentlemen, like I said, much better than the last two.
Oh, Holly, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault.
Listen, it's one thing shouldering the blame, but
It has to be something to do with Grant. I should have listened to my own suspicions instead of believing him.
then you do know what it's all about.
I know that Grant is involved in something, which is what this is all about.
You have to tell me, Celia. Everything. If we're going to get out of this place alive, then I have to know exactly what we're up against. So no more secrets, all right? Agreed?
Are you all right?
I was better 5 minutes ago.
What happened?
I got smacked.
Well, who by?
You guys ready for this? Gregory. Man, that guy hit me so hard I hit the ground, I passed out. I'm dying. This is hurting bad.
Gregory.
One more piece of the puzzle. I just wonder where it fits in.
I got my theories.
Gregory. Who's Gregory?
He's a piano player.
He works here for Luke?
Well, my guess is Luke is not his only employer.
Why did he hit you?
My only guess is they wanted the note.
What note?
Well, Luke wrote a note for me to give to you.
Luke was here?
I'm telling you, I don't know what was on that note.
You weren't even mildly curious?
Yes, I was mildly curious, but he told me not to read it. He trusts me. He said deliver it to him, and that's what I was going to do.
He gave no indication as to why it might have been so urgent?
Look, Robert, I don't know what's going on here, okay? I don't know what was on that note, and my jaw is really starting to hurt, okay?
He obviously wanted to arrange some sort of meeting.
He must have heard of the telephone.
Maybe he couldn't reach you.
Yeah, but from what Blackie has said, it sounded extremely urgent that he talk to you.
Will somebody please tell me what's going on around here? After all, I was the one that was busted in the jaw. What's going on? Is he in some kind of trouble?
You might say that.
What'd he do?
Blackie, look, I'm sorry. We can't give you much information at the moment. However, we need your assistance.
I knew that was coming.
Look, Blackie, there's a lot at stake here.
Oh, yeah, a lot at stake, a lot at stake. What is going on around here? Are you guys after Luke?
Robert is the least of Luke's problems right now.
Were you saying he's in some kind of big danger or something?
Well, he could be if you don't give us some help. Now, look, Blackie, I know what you're probably thinking here. Luke and I were once friends, though. And I don't want to see anything happen to him any more than you do.
All right. All right, if it's going to help out, Luke, what do you guys want me to do?
Something which may prove rather difficult. Act as if nothing's happened.
Well, what about my swollen jaw?
Think of something.
Well, what about Luke?
If anybody asks, say that he's visiting a friend. You don't know when he'll be back.
All right. All right. If this is going to help Luke, I'll do it. But listen, I want you guys to make sure nothing happens to him. I got it?
You've got it.
All right.
Where are you going?
I never change my clothes. There'll be nothing but questions if I'm wearing this stuff.
Blackie, we appreciate your help.
Yeah, well, just make sure he's okay, all right?
Okay, what next?
Ah, that is a good question. We
All
don't
right.
even know what direction he started out in.
First order of business is we look for clues, so we tear this place apart. Come on.
Robert, get in here!
What's happened?
Help me get him up.
Here we are.
You all right?
Oh, man, what hit me?
My guess is a piano player.
Did you see him?
I see who.
The guy who hit you.
Whoever it was got me from behind. I didn't see a thing.
But did you hear him come in the room?
Oh, wow, I was too busy watching the tape.
What tape?
The one I showed Luke.
He was here all along.
Well, we were busy at my place arguing like schoolboys.
Yes, somebody should have been sent here immediately.
Yeah, well, too late for that. Listen, this tape, you still got it?
Yeah,
In the machine?
that's it.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's look at it.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know.
It's been erased.
What was on it?
That foreign guy and Gregory the piano player.
What foreign guy?
I don't know his name, and neither did Luke.
Can you describe him?
Can I describe him? First off, he was mute and deaf, too, probably, but there was no way to tell.
Well, how do you know he was foreign?
How do I know he was foreign? From his clothes, you know, like from the East, all this fancy headdress and stuff. You know, so many of them that coming in these days are all starting to look alike.
All right, you said this guy was talking to Gregory.
And they couldn't talk. He was a mute. That's why they were talking in sign language. But anyway, when they got done with all that fancy handwork, the foreign guy hands Gregory a key, so I get a little suspicious. I went down and got Luke and brought him up to take a look.
Did Luke recognize the foreigner?
He didn't seem to, but I'll tell you, he sure understood the language.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Did Luke mention what he thought this guy might have been saying?
Luke didn't mention anything. He's got this book with him, right? And he's looking everything up. But I'll tell you, whatever he did figure out, he mumbled under his breath, so I couldn't hear.
You didn't pick up anything.
Only the word key.
Key to what?
Commissioner, you got me.
Back where we started from.
Not exactly.
Gregory. And right under our noses.
Mostly mine. Night after night at the casino. Robert, how could I have been so blind?
Okay. No, we're both in shock. We're all in shock. However, we've got more things to worry about than Gregory at the moment.
And Luke.
And the disc.
Well, my first concern is Holly and Celia. I don't even know whether they're alive anymore.
Holly, I don't know what you'd call it. Too much trust, blind faith in my husband. I knew something terrible was going on, but I just couldn't get myself to face it.
That's what all that business with the fingerprints was all about.
Yes, I was trying to play detective. I didn't know what else to do. I suspected that Grant was someone other than who he was saying he was. I couldn't talk about that. Holly, that's why I was so rude to you. I hope you understand that.
Yes, I understand. Now I understand why you were so relieved that they were Grant's fingerprints.
Do you remember that scar that I told you about on Grant? Well, his friend, Bunny Willis, said that it came from reconstructive surgery. And then Grant had trouble remembering some things that we did together. But more than that, it was just that I sensed that he was somehow different. Sometimes even a complete stranger.
Didn't you at least confront him with your suspicions?
Yes, I did when it was too much for me. And he had an explanation for everything. It was incredible. He even started to drug me. But I really started to get suspicious when I found out that Bunny Willis was missing.
That's how they got Robert out of the house. When I received the phony call from Delphinus, they told him that they knew something about who killed Bunny Willis.
These are very clever people we're involved with, Holly. And they will stop at nothing.
What else do you know about Grant?
Nothing specific, really. Just a lot of facts that just don't add up together at all. Grant's strange association with Natalie, his obsession with Professor Gerald. I never knew what to think. Except that it is all part of some terrible plot.
You should have gone to Robert or come to me.
Holly, I didn't have anything to say. Every time I made some sort of significant discovery, he would explain it all away. Holly, what is it?
I was just thinking. Actually, I was hoping someone doesn't end up conveniently explaining away our disappearance.
They could try to do that, but it wouldn't be easy.
Well, let's hope not, else we could find ourselves being left here to rot.
Okay, that's it for upstairs.
And nothing in the casino either.
Yeah, some of the kitchen helpers arrived, but they don't know anything.
Well, that only leaves us with what the security guard saw.
Foreign chap in Eastern dress handing a key to Gregory.
Secretively.
And that foreign chap would have to be attached to, satellite country, probably friendly to the DVX.
But narrowed down very much, does it not, with all these foreigners in this city?
All attached to the expo and all untouchable while they're in their own pavilion grounds.
Now, that's an important rule not to forget, Robert. You violate international law, and you are getting yourself and your country into big trouble.
All right. We'll stick to the expo grounds. Those only on American soil.
To the expo then.
No, not quite yet. Connie, I want you to check out the hotels and the airport. Those places where foreigners might congregate.
That's more than a few stops.
Right. So that way we'll make the first stop headquarters. We'll put this to Ramsey, and I'm sure he'll help out.
Then you're going directly to the expo, I take it.
Another one of my hunches.
Which, if you don't mind my saying so, haven't been panning out too well recently.
In that case, this will be the acid test, shall we?
You see what I mean, then?
I think I see even more than you do.
Well, that wouldn't be difficult. I've been so confused and so pulled apart. But he was so reassuring, so sincere.
So you believed him?
Yes.
I probably would have done the same myself.
The thing is, Holly, I still don't know what to believe.
You're still discounting your suspicions.
Until I have some proof, I have to.
What if I told you that I know the truth?
Then I'd say, if you're my friend, Holly, you'd better tell me.
Only if you're ready to believe it.
Tell me.
It's as bad as you think. It's worse. Grant is a foreign agent. He's a spy. It's what they call in the business a mole.
How do you know that?
Robert told me.
When?
Just before we were kidnapped. Grant stole the disc. And then somehow he lost it. In the casino, the night that the casino opened.
His lucky piece.
What?
The night of the casino opening. While we were getting dressed. I found it in his jacket pocket.
His lucky piece?
It had to have been the disc, Holly. He was so upset when I found it, and I couldn't understand why.
He called it his lucky piece?
I was hurt when I found out that he hadn't even told me about it. And then when I asked him about it later, he said that it was stolen from him the night of the casino opening. And then I pressed him about it later, and he said that it was a model of some project that Professor Gerald was working on.
Only it was the real thing.
Holly, you don't think that Grant killed Professor Gerald?
I don't know. I do know that it wasn't suicide, though.
No. He was so fond of the professor. No.
It was an act. Maybe part of the plan. Gerald was killed because he knew too much. By whom, I don't know.
You're right. It was an act. All that business about how Professor Gerald was just like a father to him.
What?
It can't be. No, it can't be.
Celia.
No. If his devotion to Gerald was all an act, then it was just an act, his devotion to me. He was using me all this time.
Partially, perhaps.
Holly, no, if he was using an ounce of me, he was using all of me.
Some of the feelings must have been real.
Holly, he tried to kill me.
What are you talking about?
The drugs, the motorcycles, it wasn't someone else, it was him. It was my husband.
But you've known him your whole life.
No, Holly, I knew Grant Putnam. I didn't know this man. This is an intruder. Someone I don't even know, Holly. I married a stranger. I fell in love with an image, a lie, a person that doesn't even exist. No, a spy, Holly.
He's a man.
A stranger.
Fell in love with him.
And now we're both going to die for it.
No, You don't know that, Celia.
Holly, it's the truth. They can't let us go now. We know too much.
Afternoon.
Yeah, how can I help you?
Commissioner Scorpio, Port Charles PD. We're looking for a man in standout foreign dress.
Sort of, Eastern outfit.
You know, loud colors, maybe a headdress.
Possibly a deaf mute. Use a sign language to communicate.
Sorry.
You didn't think about it too long.
You know how many people we have in here with get-ups like that? 20, 30, easy. I mean, we've got Afghanistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Bengal, Sikkim, parts of the Malay Peninsula. Listen, I can go on, boys.
Yeah, all right. What about the deaf mute angle, huh?
You're kidding? These people don't speak to me. I'm lucky if I get a nod.
Okay, forget that. Look, we're also looking for a guy, 6'4", blonde, curly hair, a bad leg, American.
No, nothing I can remember.
Who else works here apart from you?
Guy named George. He's here mornings and afternoons. I'm here till 10.
What about a directory?
You mean a map?
Even better.
Got one.
Make it 2.
Right.
Thanks. No, I don't think we're going to find anything here. Yeah, we're going to have to wait around till tomorrow, talk to that other guy.
24 hours, are you kidding?
Well, what else can we do?
Okay, look, let's forget about the international repercussions here, Valentine. We get a WSB force together, we sweep through all the eastern pavilions on the ground.
Right, we get 100 yards from that first pavilion. What do? Move them somewhere else. You're working on hunches, Robert. We just can't rush in like that.
All right. So what's the choice?
Well, we do as you said. We can walk around the grounds, and if we spot an ID or we see something going on funny, then we'll talk about action.
That's my choice, then that's my choice.
Yeah, I'm afraid so, if you want my cooperation. And the United States government.
I want my wife back.
I want your wife back, too. I want both of those girls back, safe and sound. Now, that's what it boils down to. We got to keep our heads on straight until exactly the right moment.
All right. You take the north end, I take the south. We meet back here in an hour.
Hi there.
How are you?
Worse.
Oh, he really belted you one, didn't he?
It's not my jaw.
Well, that explains Lou almost knocking us down out there.
Yeah, well, never mind me. What's going on? Did you hear anything about Luke?
Well, we
Sorry.
thought you might have heard something here.
We didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything either.
Black, I need you. Nobody can find the cards. Come on in here.
Guess I'm hired again. Excuse me.
What is it they say about tomorrow being a new day?
You know, I feel like the little kid with his face pressed up against the glass in the candy store window. So near you get so far.
You really think they're in one of those pavilions?
I could feel it as I walked around the grounds. Call it ESP or whatever you like, but I know they're there.
I'm surprised you didn't run into Luke over there.
Half expected to. You got no idea what it's like being able to walk around that place and you'd have no access to the pavilions.
Something will turn up.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it's not the disc. Once they've got that, there's no telling what they'll do with Holly and Celia.
No, they would not be stupid enough to risk killing them.
Stupid? Desperate? Perhaps.
Look, maybe it's not appropriate, but, can I buy you a drink?
It's very appropriate. However, I'm going to have to decline. Look, I think I might go back to the house. Maybe I can... It's easier waiting back there.
Try and get some sleep.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Tell Luke to give me a call when he gets back.